What we're going to talk about now is going to talk about the fundamentals of getting a dog to walk beside you. Because if you don't have these fundamentals firmly in your head, then they can't be in the dog's head. So the dog can only respond to what you're doing by you having the right ideas in your head. So the number one thing to do with a dog, if you're trying to keep it walking nicely beside you, is to teach it the concept of sides. And the concept of sides means if I'm walking along with the dog and the dog's on the left hand side, it stays on the left. What it's not able to do is walk in front of me. If it does walk in front of me, I reposition it out of the way again. So if I'm walking along a straight line, I don't want any dog walking in front of me, and also I don't want any dog walking behind me. If it walks behind me, again I reposition it to stay on this side. I'm not really interested initially what it does on that side. What I'm trying to teach it is don't walk in front of me, don't walk behind me. You can have this space here, I've got this space in front of me and behind me. And that means the dog starts learning to stay on a particular side. From a handling point of view, have your dog with your hand in the lead on the right hand side, and this hand here is a flexible hand, it's a repositioning hand. It doesn't grip the lead like that, because otherwise you might as well just put a short lead, mightn't you? So you want a nice long lead, and this hand moves the dog around. Okay, so we're going to show you now practically how to keep your dog walking on a particular side. In this case, I've chosen the dog to stay on the left hand side, lead in the right hand, grip the lead, this hand floats along the lead. And I'm going to teach the dog, if I want it to, floating along, it walks on this side. Look at my body posture. My body posture is very much in charge of what's happening. I'm looking forward, dog's walking slightly behind me, I can feel that on the lead, so I'm bringing it back beside me. I don't look at the dog when I turn, I'm giving a nice square shoulders. If I want to at any stage, I can move the dog over to the opposite side. Change hands with the lead. This hand is now the floating hand. My body posture is keeping the dog. Always turn away from the dog, don't turn towards the dog. Never turn into your dog like so, because that's really difficult for the dog to follow. But if you always turn away from the dog, so if I'm walking along like so, and I want the dog to follow me, I turn away from it, the dog's got to walk a lot more steps to keep up with it. Okay, this hand doesn't stay on the lead, it floats along. These rules that I'm teaching the dog are in my head. I'm not explaining, I'm not giving it commands, I'm not asking it to do it, I'm saying this is how you must walk beside me. These are the rules of walking. And my body just takes off whenever I want, I don't need to give it a command. Remember, hands floating, walking along, trying to teach the dog, stay on that side there. That's your space there, you stay on it and life will be good. Turning away from the dog, not looking at the dog, trying to let your body language teach the dog that you're in charge of it. Because if you're not in charge of the dog, then the dog is in charge of the walk. This time I'm going to swap hands, bring the lead to the other hand. This is now my floating hand. And again, off we go down the road. Floating hand, teaching the dog that it's walking along beside me. And this idea is I want the dog to understand, and these dogs have been really good, they haven't walked in front of me hardly at all. But if it did walk in front of me, I'd be adjusting it back with this lead, bringing it back to the space and to the area where I want it to be. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just talk a little bit about the idea of the dog stopping and sniffing. And basically the rules in my head are that dogs can't stop and sniff. Because if I allow the dog to choose where to stop and sniff, it's making up the rules of the walk. But if I make those decisions, then the dog will start understanding that the stopping procedure is dictated by me. So if I'm walking along with the dog, I can say to it, go and sniff, sniff. And when at the point at which I give it a stop and sniff command, I stop walking. And it can do anything it likes now. I've stopped. It can stop and sniff, it's having a little route around. Then I decide I'm starting to walk again. So off we go walking. And all the other rules still apply. I've got my hand on the lead, floating along and floating lead. Bring it to where I want to stop. Stop and sniff. Sniff, sniff. The dog can do anything it likes now. Walk in front of me, can do anything it likes until I choose to start walking again. When I start walking again, rules start to apply. Here we go. Off we go again, walking until I'm ready. Sort your lead out. Keeping the dog on the side that you want it to walk on. wants it to stop and sniff. Sniff, 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 sniff. Standing still. The dog doesn't want to stop and sniff, that's its problem. You've chosen the place. Because basically the dog can't choose the place. Try to walk in front of me, trying to walk behind me, rules still apply. Got to stay on that side. Walk behind me, I can feel that from the lead without looking at the dog. The dog should be looking up at me saying, this guy looks like he's in charge of this walk. And that's heel work, that's essentially pack leadership stuff as well, isn't it? The dog should be looking at me saying, wow, I've got a really good pack leader, he looks like he knows what he's doing. Not somebody who's walking along saying, oh, doggy, 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 fluffy, 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 fluffy. That looks like an idiot walking with the dog. So we want the dog to learn that we're in charge of the walk. And sniff, sniff, you can do what you like now. Okay, well done.